guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Cornellà versus Barcelona in the Copa del Rey Round of 32. I believe this is Barcelona's first game in the Copa del Rey for over a year now. So we're finally back playing in the King's Cup, and we faced Cornellà in a very difficult away game. Before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's try to get to 200 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And of course, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. So of course this match will be taking place at the Camp Municipal de Cornellà, and the reason why I bring that up is that this match is at Cornellà Stadium, which is played on artificial grass, which just makes the game more difficult. It makes, passing very difficult. The players are not used to it. Of course, they're used to playing on high quality grass, and now they're getting switched to, fake grass. And if you remember, the last time Barcelona played on artificial grass was against Ibiza last year in the round of 32 of the Copa del Rey, and of course it was a very, very difficult game. We went 1-0 down, then we needed 2 late Griezmann goals to seal it. I think it was Kik's at the end's like 3rd or 4th game in charge as well, and he went with like some sort of 3 at the back. So playing on artificial grass makes it very, very difficult, and it makes it very, very hard on the players. Also, I want to mention today that Cornellà hung out a banner out of their stadium saying desire to win, and it has the game ready for Barcelona. So they're getting ready for this match, they're going to be prepared for this match, and they know if they go head-to-head with Barcelona, they have a possibility of winning. Let's get in and talk about Cornellà. Of course, Cornellà are Segunda B side. They're, of course, in the 3rd division of La Liga, and they are in the same group as Barcelona B. They're in Group 3, Group A, and as you can see in their standing, they are currently 8th place. If you look at their last 5 games, they've lost 3 and drawn 2. They play the same amount of games as Barcelona B and are 3 points behind. And if you look at their last 6 games that they played, they drew 2-2 to Olot, they drew 2-2 with Gymnastic, they beat Atletico Madrid 1-0, they lost to Barcelona B 1-0, they beat Marino 1-0, they also lost to Badalona 3-0. So the 3 games I want to take a look at is, of course, their loss to Barcelona B when they beat Atletico Madrid 1-0, and their last game that they drew 2-2. So let's get into the game that they played on the weekend. They did play on the Sunday on the same day as Barcelona, so there's no, extra rest for them. They drew 2-2, and the formation that they played was a 3-5-2. So they're usually predominantly a very, very defensive team against a very attacking team. On the other side, they play the 4-2-3-1, but Cornellà play it very, very defensively. Of course, in the game they were leading, then they were down 2-1, then they got a late penalty to make it 2-2, so they got very lucky in this game as well. Now let's take a look at their game against Barcelona B, which they did lose 1-0, and this took place around the end of December. And Alex Collado got a goal from the free kick. Beautiful free kick. If you go search up on YouTube, you'll find it. Brilliant, brilliant free kick from Alex Collado. You can see Barcelona B starting lineup. They had Nakin Peña in goal. They had Jose Martinez at left back, not Alejandro Balde. They had Mika and Arneo as the 2 center backs. They had Alvaro at right back. They had the midfield of Orellana, Gonzalez, and Elias Moriba. And up front, they had Alex Collado, Connor de la Fuente, and Ray Minaj. Now, if you look at Cornellà, they did go with their 4-2-3-1 in this game. They didn't play the 3 at the back. Predominantly, they knew that they were at home. They could push Barcelona B and attack them. So they went a little bit offensively, and that didn't help them. So this game will be a great example for Koeman to analyze. You can go talk to Pimienta and ask them about Cornella's tactics and all that sort of stuff and how to beat them. So I feel like Barcelona B playing Cornellà recently will be a big, big advantage for us. Now, if you look at their last game in the Copa del Rey against Atletico Madrid, that made them, advance to the next round. They did beat Atletico Madrid 1-0 with Jimenez scoring in the 7th minute off a free kick. You can see the free kick on the screen right now. Basically the same one that we can see in the Super Cup twice. It is a very, very similar free kick, so that's something to look out for sure. In this game, they went with the 5 at the back. They're predominantly known 5 at the back. The thing that I want to mention mostly is that Atletico Madrid did not have a poor side. They had a very, very strong team. They had Jose Jimenez, Felipe, Renan Lodi, Saul Niguez, Lucas Torreira, Kondogbia, Vitolo, 120 million João Felix, and Angel Correa. So they had a very, very strong team on the night, and they still couldn't break down Cornellà. And the main reason they couldn't is after that first goal, they just shut it down and they just parked the bus for the whole game. Now that raises concerns for me because if Cornellà get the first goal, I would be very worried because, we're going to play a very weak inside, and if they get the first goal, they're just going to shut it down, and it's going to be very, very difficult for us to come back because as we all know, we can't even come back against, proper Spanish sides, let alone Segunda B sides. It's going to be making it very, very difficult. So in terms of the squad list has not come out yet. Of course, the team have a training session tomorrow morning, so I'm not too sure when the squad list is going to come out. Obviously, it's going to be very important to see the squad list because we don't know who's going to be rested. We don't know how many Barcelona B players are going to be called up. But we do know for sure is that Sergino Dest has a right thigh discomfort and will not be playing in this game. Should be out for maybe a week or so. We haven't had any other news from players returning from injury, but we do know from Koeman's press conference, which we'll talk about in a few seconds, that some players have some discomfort, but not serious discomfort, just need to be rested 1 game. Other than that, there's no other news on the squad list. Let's get in now to Ronald Koeman's press conference. Of course, he did his press conference this morning. Let's get in and see what he had to say. Starts off by saying that in the Copa del Rey, there are always surprises. They're going to be teams who eliminate bigger teams. They play on artificial turf, and for them, it is the game of the year. Messi trained eagerly. I haven't seen anything strange. Everyone was sad about the outcome of the Super Cup, but time to move on. Above all, we have to improve into the defense. Leo is very involved. Messi will be sanctioned for 2 games. It has been appealed, but I can't see anything else on that matter. We're going to make a few changes tomorrow against Cornellà. How many? You'll see tomorrow. So Ronald Koeman was asked about the links between Messi and PSG, and he gave a very, very good response. He said PSG want Messi. If you ask me about an interest in Neymar and Mbappe, I would say yes too. I don't know what can come in the future. I can't comment on things like this. In my opinion, we're on the right path, especially in La Liga. We have to move forward. Dest, he won't be available tomorrow for physical issues. Roberto will be back in the group very, very soon. I don't think Dest will be with us against Elche either. So it looks like Dest is going to be out for a week or so. Again, with that relapse from the earlier injury that he had against Real Sociedad. So it looks like he's going to be out for a week or so. Trincao, Francisco is very young. He came into Barcelona as a giant step. We have to be patient. He's on the right path. There's competition, but we can't count on him. Pjanic, he's played very little. It's a complicated situation for him. He has to work to change it. He'll have the games to prove himself. In big teams, there's always competition. Signings, I don't know anything about this topic. I know that there's a management meeting today for the presidential candidates, and we will wait. Alex Collado is a player for the future and a forward that we can play on the wing. We may call him up for tomorrow's game. He will train with us today and tomorrow morning as well. We all have our eyes on the Barcelona B players. Eric Garcia, it's not up to me who's in charge of the club's finance. If the club thinks it's not possible, we'll move forward with what we currently have. Neto starting tomorrow. I don't want to go into individual cases. We have our last training session tomorrow. For me, playing on artificial pitch is not football. The best thing for Matheus Fernandes is to leave on loan to have minutes because he is so young. So overall conclusion of the press conference, they didn't want to give any hints of what he's going to do tomorrow. Of course, without the squad list being out, it's very, very unpredictable what he's going to do. All we know for sure is that Dest is going to be injured. He'll be out for probably a week or so. Expecting Roberto to come back very soon. Talking about the Super Cup, saying, look, everyone's disappointed, but it's time to move on. At the end of the day, it is the least of our priorities. Saying that Messi's physically fine. He will fully recover from that injury, although he did play 120 minutes against Athletic Club. He should be fine for the foreseeable future. Talking how Roberto's going to come back from injury very, very soon. Of course, giving praise to Trincao and Pjanic for not getting that much game time and staying on their feet and staying humble because their time will come in this team. And finally, talked about Neto, whether he'll start tomorrow or not. He probably will, but he doesn't want to give any hints. And he also talked about Matheus Fernandes and how he needs to go out on loan. And that concluded Ronald Koeman's press conference. Time now to get into the predicted lines. We're going to start off with Ronald Koeman. I'm going to try and predict what line he's going to go with. And I've gone with this lineup on the screen right now. Neto in goal, Dest, Mingueza, Umtiti Jr. Firpo, Pjanic, Fernandes, Ricky Puig, Trincao, Braithwaite, and Conrad de la Fuente. Now, of course, for me, this is basically our B team. This is basically our backup team to all of our first teamers. Of course, Neto and goal will definitely start. Now, the defense is where some of the questions could be asked. Would you play Dest or do you push Mingueza to right back and play Clement Lenglet at center back? For me, I'd go with Dest. He only played 45 minutes in the cup final, while Lenglet played 105 minutes. So a big, big difference there. So I would start with Dest, maybe take him off around 60th minute or so. For me, the most important thing is that Samuel Umtiti and Junior Firpo both start this game, and I think they will. In the midfield is basically our backup midfield, and Ricky Puig, Pjanic, and Matheus Fernandes. And the question is in midfield, who will he start? Elias Moriba or Matheus Fernandes? I think he's going to go with Fernandes, simply on the fact that he's a first-team player. If they were both Barcelona B players, I think 100% he'd go with Elias Moriba. But with Matheus Fernandes having a first-team contract, I think he's going to start this game. And the front three, I think he'll go with is Trincao, Braithwaite, and Conrad de la Fuente. Of course, you could start Alex Collado in that right-hand side, which a lot of us would do. For me, this is Trincao's last opportunity. If he cannot get a goal, get an assist, put in a good performance, I do think Barcelona should look for a loan move for him. We only have about 10 days left in the January transfer window. Maybe send him back on loan to Liga NOS in Braga or something, because I feel like if we can just bring in Alex Collado as a replacement, it would do us wonders. We can save the wages of Trincao, get Collado in there. I think he's better. Of course, he's a La Masia product. He knows how to play the Barcelona way. He knows it all in the back of his head. Trincao still needs time to adapt. So for me, Trincao needs to really put in a performance in this game. So this is the lineup I think Koeman's going to go with. Of course, you can maybe make one or two changes, but that's pretty much it. I think the rest of this team is pretty much set in stone. Let me know what you think Koeman's going to go with down in the comments below. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach, and that lands on the screen right now. I've gone with Neto in goal, Firpo, Umtiti, Mingueza, Dest, Pjanic, Moriba, Ricky Puig, Trincao, Braithwaite, and Conrad de la Fuente. So just to be different, I've made one change to Koeman's team. I went with Moriba instead of Fernandes. The main reason for that is that I don't see Fernandes having a future at Barcelona, but I do see Moriba having a future. So I'd give him some first team minutes, let him play. Of course, it's a bit controversial, as you know, Fernandes is a first team player, and it pretty much just rubs salt in the wound for Fernandes as well. So of course, I don't think that's very likely, but of course, I'd still go with Moriba in that midfield. So pretty much everything I said for Koeman goes the same thing with my lineup. Trincao has to have a big game. Dest, you could put Mingueza right back to Lenglet center back, or bring in the Barcelona B center back. Who knows? But other than that, I think the team's going to stay very, very similar. For me, it's only going to be one or two changes maximum. I don't see Koeman, putting out a very strong side. I don't see Koeman starting anyone that played in the Spanish Super Cup final for me. I feel like he's going to go with a team similar to this, or for the one that I picked it for him. Let me know down below which line would you pick. Would you go with my lineup or Koeman's lineup? Score prediction time to predict the score for this match. I do think it's going to be a very, very up and down performance in Barcelona. Of course, them playing on an artificial pitch will make a big, big difference. So I do think it'll take time for Barcelona to adapt to the game. But when we do, when we get all the possession, we'll get all the chances. I do think Barcelona will get over the line. So I'm going to go with Barcelona win this game by 2-1. I do see Cornella maybe taking the goal at 2-0 or 1-1. But if they score first, and especially in the first 15 to 20 minutes, I do think it's going to be a very, very uphill battle for Barcelona. Hopefully that's not the case. But the main thing is for me is that Barcelona B beat them less than a month ago. So if we can't beat them, then we're going to look like an absolute embarrassment. So hopefully Barcelona can get over the line. I'm going to go with Barcelona winning this game by 2-1. Let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that's my match preview for Cornella versus Barcelona in the Copa del Rey round of 32. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Let me know your comments down below, your lineups. Would you prefer my lineup or Koeman's lineup? And of course, let me know your score predictions down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Come and join me, set the reminder on the screen. Come and watch the game with me. Follow straight after the game by my match review. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, and Forza Barca.